Let's come to Karnataka, please. Let's take you through the vote share projections for Karnataka. Congress had 48% of the vote share last time, now projected to pick up 42% of the vote share. That's a loss of 6% of the votes for the Congress in Karnataka. The BJP had 34% of the vote share last time, now projected to pick up 39% of the vote share. That's a gain of 6% for the BJP. The JDS had 14, still projected to pick up 14. Let's see how this converts into seats for these parties. Excuse me. Okay, here it is, the seat share breakup. The Congress from 6 jumping to between 15 and 19. The BJP from 19 crashing to between 6 and 10. The JDS had 3 projected to pick up between 2 and 4. It could have been much worse, Dr. Lairi, had Yedurappa not been brought back. So one way of looking at it is, you've come down from 19 to say about 8, but if you didn't bring Yedurappa back, it could have been much worse for the BJP.
It's a hypothetical question which is very difficult, because Yedurappa also brought brickbats for the BJP, saying that on the one hand, you say you're against corruption, but you have brought Yedurappa back, and Yedurappa has been a constant thorn on BJP's side. So it's very difficult to say with certainty whether Yedurappa has been a plus or a minus for BJP, particularly with the Aam Aadmi Party changing the political discourse in the country. And such sharp focus on corruption, I do not know. I mean, right now it will be a bit premature to pass a judgment whether Yedurappa was a plus or a minus for BJP.
No, but it's a plus, because if you only have to look at the assembly election vote share percentages, when Yedurappa's party had picked up 10% of the vote, the KGP had picked up 10% of the vote. Since then, the BJP's reversal has been halted, which means if they didn't have Yedurappa, they would have done probably much worse.
But you don't know whether the reversal itself wouldn't have taken place if Yedurappa was not there.
Votes at the same time.
Yeah. No, in fact, I mean, the BJP has a, when we talk about the heat map, the BJP is ahead 46, which is again where Yedurappa probably has contributed. Maybe. That's the region, the Hyderabad-Karnataka region.
All I'm saying is that we can't say this with certitude. It's a bit premature on the basis of this exit poll to say the Yedurappa strategy was a winner for BJP or it was
they were
not.
containing damage.
Maybe. I'm not denying.
Okay, let me put that question to Chandan Mitra. Could the BJP have done better without Yedurappa, or do you think if you're likely to pick up between 6 and 10, it's because of the fact that Yedurappa has come back? Dr. Mitra?
Firstly, Rahul, I strongly contest your figures in this case. I didn't do that in Andhra and Tamil Nadu. I think BJP is going to do much better than your 6 to 10 projection. BJP, according to my reports, is not going to get less than 15 seats in Karnataka when they had 19. So that's not a very big loss, despite all the turmoil that has happened. Yedurappa ji left the party and then burnt his fingers in the assembly election. BJP lost power, Congress came in. So after all this kind of turmoil, if from 19 we come down to 15, I don't think that is a catastrophe. So I think Yedurappa ji has been a pillar of the BJP. We all know his command over the Lingayat vote, and under the circumstances, I think it is a huge positive gain that he has come back. No corruption charge against him has been proved, and therefore I think the BJP is heading for a resounding victory in Karnataka again, and whenever the assembly elections happen, the BJP will come back to power again. So I don't think
we don't know that that's not what our poll is saying. We're just putting out the results of the Cicero poll done for the India Today group. I now want to focus on Kerala. I want to focus on Kerala. Can we have the numbers, the vote share figures for Kerala up on our screen, please? In Kerala, the fight, of course, is between the UDF, led by the Congress, and the LDF, led by the CPM. Let's take a look at what the vote share percentages in Kerala are currently shaping up to be. The UDF, which had 54% of the vote share last time, now coming down to 42. That's a loss of 12% vote share for the UDF. After this, let's come to the LDF, let's come to the BJP, which had 16% of the vote share last time, now coming down to about 13. That's a loss of 3, whereas the LDF had 24% of the vote share last time, now gaining 11 to come up to 35. Let's see how this converts into seats for the UDF and for the LDF. The Congress alliance had 16 seats last time, this time projected to pick up between 13 and 17. The BJP not picking up any seats there. That's why Modi is not very happy, but Kerala is not really an area of strength for the BJP. The LDF, 4 seats last time, between 4 and 6 this time, the others 0. Krishna Anand, your sense of the figures for Kerala?
Well, I think it's pretty realistic, and the 4 to 6 in my reading would actually, because this was an election for the CPM that they lost because of their own fighting. In fact, it's not even about 3 months that one of their former party leaders, a very popular leader in the Malabar region, was found murdered, and actually, I mean, the accused are the CPM activists themselves. So I think the CPM has actually lost the elections this time to itself. That is, the LDF has lost the elections, and in addition, actually, they lost a few allies. The RSP went out, which actually made a huge impact in the Cochin Travancore region as well. And in fact, I would see that the UDF will touch about 17 seats, the maximum band in this whole thing. And it is not because the UDF won this election, it's because the LDF actually defeated itself. Rahul.
Okay, Sadhana.
A couple of things here actually strike me as a little bit curious. I mean, the first is what you're saying is that the LDF gains 11% vote share, but
that doesn't convert into more
stays
seats.
virtually the same place. And then secondly, this is one of the few places where the BJP is actually losing vote share, which is actually pretty dramatic given that Mr. Modi had this high profile visit
No, that's
there
an
and so
important
on.
question, because he had big rallies in Kerala, Shiv Vishwanathan, but that hasn't converted into incremental vote share, let alone seats for the BJP. How do you explain that?
I'm not surprised. I mean, to a certain extent, he was a cameo item, but he was not a vote gatherer. To me, this is an attempt to look at CPM die of self-inflicted injuries. It did a pretty good job.
Okay, let's now come to Gujarat. We've got Achut Yagnik and Uday Mahurkar still with us in Ahmedabad. Gujarat is where Modi said Mission 26. He wanted to sweep all the seats of Gujarat. Have they actually succeeded in doing so? Let's take you through the vote projections first. The Congress had 45% of the vote share last time. That vote share is now projected to come down to 33, a loss of 12% vote share for the Congress, which is dramatic given the fact that this is a bipolar fight between the Congress and the BJP. Rahul Gandhi unhappy once again with his party's vote share coming down by 12. Narendra Modi, with his 56-inch chest, looking quite happy, he's pushed up the vote share from 49 to 55. That is very substantial, because in a bipolar fight, the moment you cross 50, you start ringing in the seats. Remember, last time the BJP had 15 seats, the Congress had 11. So the Congress had done fairly well in the last Lok Sabha elections. How does this vote share convert into seats according to the India Today group Cicero opinion poll? Can we have those numbers up on our screen, please? The Congress likely to come down to between 3 and 5. The BJP between 23 and 26. Okay, that's an error. We'll correct it, between 24 and 26. That's what it should read actually. And the others between 0 and 1, which essentially means that Dr. Lahiri and the team at Cicero are projecting a possible sweep where it's a virtual whitewash once again in favor of the BJP in Gujarat.
See, Gujarat has symbolic importance, and symbolic importance because Narendra Modi has been chief minister there for 4 times. And he did talk about Mission 26. What you find is that BJP is actually going from strength to strength. It had almost had 50% votes. Now it's getting more than 50%.
Correct.
And if you look at the range 0 to 2 and 24 to 26, it doesn't rule out the possibility of Modi's dream coming true. But I'll be surprised if Congress doesn't even get even 1 seat. Let's see.
Okay,
Let's
Uday
wait for
Mahurkar,
that.
what's your sense? There could be a possible whitewash in favor of the Congress in Gujarat, in favor of the BJP in Gujarat. Is that the sense that you're picking up as well, or do you think the Congress in the tribal areas, in the northern areas, would at least pick up a couple of seats, Uday? Okay, Achut Yagnik, your sense of the numbers for Gujarat?
I think that Congress can get 5 to 6 seats in Gujarat, and we should remember that in 1999, BJP won 20 seats out of 26.
Correct.
During 2004 and 2009, that was not repeated when Modi was Chief Minister. But now this time I think they can get about 20-21 seats, and Congress may get about 5 to 6 seats. That is my assessment.
Okay, Uday Mahuka, do you hear me? We're having some problems with that line. We'll set it right in just a moment. Yes, Sadanand, you want to come in?
One of the interesting things that you started the program with was the idea that this is a more presidential race. When you look at a presidential race in the US, one of the things is that the presidential candidate always carries his home state, and you're seeing that here. He's coming home. This is the hometown boy projected on the national stage, and he's winning a thumping victory.
He's also invoked Gujarati pride.
Yes.
Wherever you travel in Gujarat, people want their man to be prime minister. They
want
that
him to be
Gujarat's
prime
got a raw
minister.
deal. They want to see a
Yeah,
Gujarati.
33% don't want their man to be prime minister.
Yeah, but 55% is a lot.
The glass half
I'm sorry,
full.
the one, who's the one? The others. That'd be interesting to know.
No, it's 0 to 2, 24 to 26. Those are the figures.
No, Rahul, in fact, after the split in the Congress, Morarji Desai held his ground in Gujarat. So it's not that there is after all the identity question, linguistic identity that matters. It happened in 71 when the Congress war was completely decimated across the country. Tall leaders actually lost their deposits. Morarji Desai won the elections.
And that's the one thing, Tavleen, that Narendra Modi's been playing on the most. The fact that this Gujarati Asmita at play, much unlike, say, any other state in the country, he's actually been able to build that sub-national identity of being Gujarati and create great pride and great buzz around that.
So I would be very surprised if if the Congress won 5 seats, as your analyst is predicting. I would be very surprised, because if he loses Gujarat, he loses much more than if he loses seats elsewhere.
Okay, from Gujarat, let's come to Maharashtra, which we're seeing a pitched battle. This is a Congress NCP bastion, it's a UPA stronghold. How is the UPA doing in comparison with the NDA in Maharashtra? Let's start first with the vote share projections for the UPA. The UPA had picked up 49% of the vote share in 2009. That's now projected to come down by 14% to 35%. After this, let's take the NDA, which had 44% of the vote share last time. This time, expected to pick up 43% of the vote share. That's a loss actually of 1. Let's see how this converts into seats. The others had about 7. That's expected to jump up to 22. Let's see how this vote share converts into seats. The UPA, which had 25 seats last time, expected to see its tally crash to between 11 and 15. The NDA, which is the BJP and the Shiv Sena, seeing its tally jump from 20 to between 27 and 35, and the others, which in this case includes the MNS, which were about 3, expected to go to between 2 and 6. Dr. Lahiri, what is it that explains the fact that the BJP NDA vote share is actually not jumping up, but their seat share in Maharashtra is?
See, vote to seat conversion is always a very tricky thing, because what you have to see is the regions. Suppose you won a seat with a large majority, and if you get a swing there, it doesn't help you in any way. You need the swing in the seat where you lost. So it's the distribution of the percentage votes that is very important. You can see the heat map that in North Maharashtra, the BJP is doing better.
Yes.
And Vidarbha. And you have to now see what is the kind of margins that they had there. A swing at a marginal seat is much more beneficial than a swing in a seat where you already did well.
Okay, Shweta Parulekar and Nawab Malik from the NCP now joining us on this broadcast. I want to go across to Nawab Malik first, because what we are seeing is in Vidarbha, in North Maharashtra, in Marathwade, in Mumbai, Thane, wherever you look at it, sir, the UPA's vote share is coming down. That's not very good news for the NCP Congress alliance. Do you think the NCP would have been better off had it fought without the Congress, given the baggage that the Congress was carrying into this election, sir?
No, I don't think. We had worked here in the Maharashtra last 14 and a half years. We are partner in the coalition with UPA 10 years in the central government. It is no question that we, if solo we have been gone, we would have been done better. I think today also we are thinking the result will be same. There will be no gain by any BJP or Shiv Sena. This kind of a situation is there. Let us see on 16 what is going to be happen.
Rahul, let me add one more thing that I forgot to add. See, you are saying BJP is losing votes but gaining seats. But you must also compare with Congress, the UPA. UPA is losing more votes.
Correct.
So
much more.
It depends on, you are losing, I am losing, but if we are fighting, then whoever loses more will lose
who's
seats.
gaining then?
No, even if the MNS is
gaining the
picking
loss?
up.
The
gaining is the others.
I just want to ask you, Rahul, you know, we've talked about where there's a lot of corruption, then the Aam Aadmi Party seems to be doing something. Just want to ask you over here, you've got the irrigation scam, the housing scam, hundreds of scams over there in Maharashtra. So what is the situation of the Aam Aadmi Party?
Why is the Aam Aadmi Party KP not doing well in Maharashtra?
Or are they in the reckoning? Are they in the reckoning?
They're not picking up. They're picking up vote share for sure, but that's
Who
not
are the
converting
others?
into
Is that
seats.
up?
There's AAP, there's MNS.
So we don't know the exact breakup of that. So that's, I'm sure on May 16th the answer will
when
come.
we'll know.
No,
Because
Rahul, in fact, you know, the others are picking up both from the Congress, that is the UPA,
why are the
and
two main guys
NDA.
going down?
So who are these others? I
no,
mean,
there's MNS, there's Aam Aadmi Party, there's
see, I
Raj
mean,
Thakre's party.
it
not
makes some
clear.
sense if we say that, you know, the BJP votes or the Shiv Sena votes are picked up by the MNS, because I mean there is a certain political culture that's common to the two. I mean, the Congress is losing so substantially to the MNS, it sort of,
the Congress could be losing
And
to the Aam Aadmi
BJP,
Party.
and BJP
So, I
has done
mean,
its worst
as to
in
who are
Mumbai
this, who are
Thane.
this 7.2
So this is just
to
the first cut of
26%?
And
these
Mumbai
figures.
Thane,
This is the
BJP has
first
done
we'll
37%,
track. Yes.
which is its worst performance in the whole
Absolutely.
state.
I want to go across to Shweta
Where is this
Parulekar.
heat map
You know,
thing?
20
That's
to
here?
27 to 35, that's not a very big jump for the NDA. Do you think the NDA would have been much better off if they'd somehow found a way of getting Uddhav and Raj to do business with each other, to be on the same dining table, would have actually seen a Uttar Pradesh style performance where they would have romped home in style? Because of this friction between Raj and Uddhav, the NDA's growth in Maharashtra has actually been stunted.
I don't think that that will really matter. The main thing is what we will see on the 16th is, in spite of the fact that, you know, MNS was not there with Shiv Sena and its allies, it will still show a very, very bright, better picture. And the projection which you're saying is 28 to 35 seats. I'm sure it's going to go towards the 35.
No, but what happens to Raj Thakre? What if Raj Thakre is prepared to offer support to Modi? He's already said he will.
I think you should ask somebody from his party or himself. You know, I'm representing Shiv Sena.
I know that. But
So I
I'm saying
will
that
talk for my
but
party.
I know. But that's the question, Chandan Mitra. Because the BJP, you know, in any marriage, there should be fidelity between partners. The BJP has been flirting with Raj Thakre, causing great grief to Uddhav Thakre, stunting his political fortunes. And you really, this is not fair in any marriage. You can't be flirting with a third person. Why is the BJP doing this?
Why not?
You should choose Mamata Banerjee also.
The BJP has one of its oldest ally is the Shiv Sena.
Yes.
And BJP has stuck with the Shiv Sena through thick and thin. I mean, we don't have anything against Mr. Raj Thakre. He's free to his own politics. But the party's alliance is with the Shiv Sena.
No. It's not that simple. It's not that simple, Chandan, because the MNS has not put up candidates against the BJP. The MNS is out to sink the Shiv Sena. They've put up candidates against the Shiv Sena. Now, if you were an alliance partner, you try and stop that. Instead, as would be the case in an infidel marriage, you're actually encouraging it. You are looking to give grief to Shweta and to her party. That's not fair.
No, you see, politics is a game of the possible. So one can't rule out anything for the future. But at the moment, this is the situation, and BJP will always stick with the Shiv Sena. And therefore, the question of, you know, flirting with or playing footsie with and all these terms don't really apply in a situation like this.
No, but let me ask you a direct
whether
question.
this,
What if Raj Thackeray, who's already said he supports Modi for PM, says he wants to be a part of the NDA? Would the RSS, would Rajnath Singh, would Modi allow that?
Well, let him say that first. Why do you want
He's
to
already said
speculate
it.
on
He's already
if
said he supports
Raj
Modi
Thackeray
for
says
PM.
something?
So the next
No, he
logical
said he
corollary
supports
of
Modi.
that.
There may be many people who support Modi, but they will not be part of the NDA alliance. So, this is a highly hypothetical and speculative question. Until such time as Mr. Raj Thackeray says that he wants Maharashtra Navnirman Sena to be part of NDA, and the NDA takes a collective decision as to whether to have him in the NDA, I don't think I can comment. This is a complex process. But therefore,
Shweta Parulekar, is Uddhav Thackeray not putting his ego ahead of his party's interest? If Uddhav Thackeray had allowed for an alliance, a Mahayuti, they called it a Mahayuti, but a real Mahayuti with Raj, Uddhav and BJP on the same ticket, they would have done much better. Has Uddhav's ego cost the Shiv Sena and as a consequence of that hurt the NDA?
There is nothing to do with ego or whatever other factor you can call
Insecurity?
it. I will definitely support. No. It is not even insecurity. Just now Mr. Chandan Mitra said that Shiv Sena and BJP share a long relationship of about say 20-25 years. I think one of the longest alliance in political histories of India. So it really didn't matter whether MNS
So are you
is there
then
or
disappointed with Nitin Gadkari for constantly flirting with Raj Thackeray?
No, why can somebody say that? The thing is that he is a political party, the MNS is an independent political party, so also any person can stand for election.
This is a very tricky marriage, Tavleen Singh. They're squirming at the question, which is quite obvious. But this is a very, very complicated situation because Raj Thackeray has already said he supports Modi for PM. Now what happens next if he says, I want to be part of the NDA, I offer my unconditional support?
We have to wait and see, but the flirting is being done by someone who's not in the marriage. So, he's allowed to do that.
No, absolutely.
So
I thought it was the BJP that was doing the flirting.
No, it's Raj Thackeray who's been doing it.
He's being wooed by Nitin Gadkari. Oh, absolutely.
He's a marriage counselor.
So where does this leave?
Is this a discussion on elections or is this a discussion on flirting?
At this point, it's flirting. It hasn't become adultery yet.
They're talking about this relationship as if it's a child marriage. You can't blame them.
Nalini Singh?
I'm a little taken by the
But there is an
figures.
interesting...
Your views on flirting.
No, Ashok Lahiri is worked up on the fact that we're discussing flirting instead of discussing his numbers. He doesn't like
the flirting.
Rahul, the point is, Chandan is okay with, the BJP doing something with Raj Thackeray or with Jayalalitha. Should he be asked as to whether he'll be okay with the BJP having a deal with Mamta?
Yes, very quickly, Chandan Mitra. You fought her on the ground. Are you willing for Mamta to come on the NDA bandwagon now?
She's angry, man.
Mamta Banerjee has rigged the entire election in Bengal, and having done so, I think she feels very confident that she can win as many seats as she wants in Bengal, and therefore the question of supporting anybody or the other does not arise in her mind. She is very well cooped up in Bengal and wants to stay in Bengal, and I don't think there is any possibility. Besides,
this is
the kind of personal attacks he has launched against Mr.
He might speak like Chandan.
Have made things very difficult.
Okay, very quickly, Tavleen has a question for Nawab Malik.
Yeah,
The vote
Mr.
bank
Malik.
politics.
Sorry.
The vote bank politics.
I can never compete with the Bengali.
Makes it very, very difficult.
It's Bengali.
Yes, very quickly.
We Punjabis can't compete with Bengali.
Yes.
Mr. Malik, why do you think that Mr. Sharad Pawar has become unpopular in Maharashtra?
I don't think Mr. Pawar become unpopular in Maharashtra. If somebody is saying like this, we will not accept this kind of a thing.
No,
I think till 16 you must
the numbers.
Things are
Look
better
at
in
the
the
Maratha
Maharashtra.
community.
It's the numbers.
Where even in the Maratha community's vote share has come down from 37 to 30.
Vidarbh is where actually the Congress is doing very bad, 38 against 52 of the BJP.
Those are their strong votes.
Vidarbh is actually Sharad Pawar's bastion.
And
No, is it also because of what Ajit Pawar and all have been doing?
BJP?
What I need to do really is take a quick break right now.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll be back at 9:30 p.m. with Uttar Pradesh, with Bihar, with West Bengal, states where the exit poll was going on till late, which is why we didn't want to put out the figures in a hurry. We will have a detailed analysis of these three crucial battleground states. At 8:30 p.m., Karan Thapar takes over, assesses, analyzes what these numbers mean for government in the future and what happens from here. We'll be back at 9:30 p.m. understanding the national big picture, understanding how can a government be formed, who are the possible allies. So we'll have all the permutations and combinations with our magical Insta trackpad at 9:30 p.m. Look forward to seeing you then. Karan Thapar takes over.